Hi, everyone. I'm here to talk about Joy Token. Joy Token is a new project that we are working on in the e-gaming space based on online casinos. Now, okay, I know what you're thinking, not another casino ICO. You've heard enough of them, and we're all saying the same thing. Well, we're here to say something a little bit different, because what we are about is enabling a new generation of developers. We believe that the online casino space is saturated with the same games, all slots games as is. So unless you're a big company with actually big profits and a development team, chances of getting your game to market are very slim. So if you want to take your game to market, the first thing you've got to do is you've got to get yourself a license. You've then got to go to regulators. You've got to get yourself through all sorts of compliance and legal hoops before you even get to get your product out there. And that's an absolute minefield. So what we're trying to do is make this simple. So we've included blockchain technology into an API that will allow things to be transparent with the consumer to make sure all transactions are fully auditable. And from that, we give this openly to developers to come to our platform and basically design and build their own games. This is where we think that we've got potential for excitement and innovation. It's something that we want to get out there for creativity and stimulate this market. So by doing this with the independent developers, we'll build up a community of developers and a rather large games portfolio. And by doing this, we will then take the games, we'll put them through the compliance checks, we'll put them through legal, and we'll inspect the code thoroughly. We'll make sure everything is compliant, and we'll launch it under our own license. Once that's happened, we have a sister company, PlayCosmo.com, which is licensed in the UK, Malta, and Curacao, and actually has a range of up to 4,000 games. At the moment, we are hosting 300. And we will use this site to showcase our games that we are getting from our developer community. Now, this means that we have potential to reach a whole new range of consumers, and we're targeting from the millennials through to your traditional casino customers. As there's no limit on the creativity, you could have another as-is slot, or you could have something that is absolutely fantastic and completely new. I haven't thought of what it is, because that's what the developers are for. And basically, once we've done this, we also have B2B agreements with back-end software providers for major casinos. And with those agreements, we will then have a further reach for these games. So this is where the cryptocurrency comes in. You can use the cryptocurrency as a player. However, if you're in a market that is regulated or where cryptocurrency isn't permissible, such as the UK, we will allow a fiat play on this. This means that we have more revenues coming through our system. Where it comes to developers, they use the Joy Token to purchase into our platform, and their rewards and dividends are paid through the Joy Token as well. This means that we end up with a rather good economy, because what's going to happen is we're going to have to take the currency to the exchange, we'll have to purchase the currency from the exchange, and we'll have to pay it back. And as the currency value is not necessarily dependent on user use of the Joy Token, and also it has that fiat element, we've got a lot more funds coming through, which means that the developers are going to have to be paid more Joy Tokens, which means we have a demand, and we have a cycle that's there. So we've got a pool of 350 million coins for sale. We are in pre-sale now at 10 cents per unit. That's 50% discount on what it will be when it starts in February. So we have got plans to use this for development and infrastructure, as well as marketing. Actually, to be fair, the most part is going to go on marketing, as we already have the code, and it is available to view on joytoken.com. So we're really quite excited about this, because there's nothing like this out there. I mean, yes, you could turn around and say there's a lot of big platform providers out there. You know, you've got NetEnt, Playtech, etc. And yeah, they do fine. They've great games, but there's nothing new. You know, and they have developers in there who are parts of a bigger machine. We want to have something there that is going to add life to a rather stagnated industry. And we believe that there is room for growth. So let me introduce you to our teams. Excuse the mugshots. We do look like a motley crew. But I'm the CEO of Joy Token. I've got 20 years of gaming experience. I've worked for Rank. I've worked for Party Gaming, bwin, Bet365, and I've learned a hell of a lot over the years. My principal background is in product operations and in CRM marketing. My CMO, Mike Lees, has 30 years of gaming experience. His more notable ones are of PokerStars and Mr. Green, and he's really passionate about what he does, and is a really talented acquisition marketer. His focus in this project is to make sure that we get ourselves out there and make sure that when we get our games into the various casinos, that we get a top-line level so that our customers can engage. He is also going to be chiefly behind our developer acquisition campaign. We already have a number of developers engaged, including another sister company of ours, Solmax, which has a UKGC license pending and also has a portfolio of several games which will be retrofitted with our blockchain technology. We also have our CTO, Steve Giordano Imbro. You can find him here today. And he's got 10 years of software development experience under his belt. And he's also worked at PokerStars and PKR. What I'm trying to say here is we, unlike any other gambling ICO, have a wealth of experience that we're bringing to the field. We're well aware of the regulations, we're well aware of the laws, and we look at everything on a territory-by-territory basis. This is actually really important because without an understanding of how things work, you're going to fall foul. And we won't do that. We can't do it because of Solmax, and we can't do it because of Play Cosmo. We need to make sure that everything is transparent and above board. Ultimately, we have a focus on responsible gambling. So that is where we have to make sure that every customer is monitored, and their frequency and their spends are of a certain level. Any deviation, then we will actually take care of them. We will contact them in the most responsible way by actually having our contact center reach out and say, are you aware that you have had this kind of play shift? Is there a reason behind it? Do you need any assistance? So we actually are caring, and that's where we look at anonymity. And anonymity is one of these throwaway terms that everybody's using in blockchain. And it is a good thing in certain circumstances, but in gaming, it's a nightmare. We believe that the only anonymity that the player should probably have should be financial, in which case, that's from the banking services. So in that instance, if you apply for a loan and there's gaming transactions on your current account, you're likely to be turned down. However, using the cryptocurrency, that gives them a little bit more flexibility and invisibility. However, in terms of KYC, this is where we're much more thorough, because you've got to go through a KYC process to achieve the cryptocurrencies through the exchanges, etc. As well as when you register at the casino, we have a strict KYC and anti-money laundering process. This is where we actually want to make sure that we stand out. I want to keep this really brief. I'm sure you've heard a lot of people talk for quite some time. So I do have a video here. I just wish I knew how to play it, which recaps it.
Developing games in the gambling industry can be a lengthy, cumbersome process, especially when you need to request a license and then integrate with the operator's back end. Joy Token is here to make this easier for independent developers in 3 ways. Games integration is simple with our own tried and tested games development system, and payments go straight to developers' bank accounts. Plus, we offer access to PlayCosmo.com, a live online casino that's licensed in the UK, Malta, and Curacao, allowing access to multiple global markets. PlayCosmo even allows developers to test their games before a general release to other operators. But that's not all. Joy Token offers more. Traditional development firms aren't reaching out to all gamers, particularly millennials, who want more from their gaming experience, including financial anonymity, trust, and instant withdrawal of their funds. Joy Token addresses this via blockchain technology, which has already revolutionized the way so many industries work. Through the magic of Joy Token, players have complete anonymity and receive payouts almost instantly. They can also check out our smart contract to determine the fairness of the games they are playing, and regulators are kept up to speed with the leading edge of blockchain technology while keeping regulatory compliance. In fact, all parties can rest assured that games are legal and compliant in all the markets they appear. So now, developers no longer have to worry about the back end. Operators just integrate with our technology to receive a set of new games and a set of players who are interested. so everyone wins with Joy Token. Joy Token is a growing business with an experienced team. We will soon be ready to launch our token sale, so please pre-register to get your tokens.